Hey, we're talking today about a morning routine checklist for adults. Now, if you have woken up and realize this is not the kind of life I want to live, this is not who I am, this is not who I want to be, I think there's more to life. I think there's more to me, and you genuinely want to get that. And if you are willing to do a few things every morning with a morning routine to actually get that, I'm happy to share some of the things that I found with you. So how's your life right now? Are you getting everything that you want in life? Or do you feel kind of angry and frustrated that, boy, everything just, you feel stuck. You feel like every day is like the day before. One of my favorite Bill Murray films is called Groundhog Day. And in that, he's stuck in the same day every day and just keeps reliving it over and over again. And he ends up talking to these two guys at this bar, basically, and he says, what if you woke up every day and every day was just like the last day and nothing you did mattered? One of the drunk guys says, yep, that pretty much sums it up for me. Is that how your life is? To where you're feeling angry and frustrated, you're kind of stuck in the mire of the same thing every single day? Well, the secret is getting out of that really is through an effective morning routine. Now, I have studied some of the most effective, most powerful, most influential, most wealthy entrepreneurs, and I have found that there are some consistent things that come up as far as their morning routines. So I'm going to share 5 principles that they share in their morning routine with you. Now, first of all, I do want to point out I am reading this amazing book. It's called You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe. Can't remember his last name, but you can Google it or Amazon it, whatever. But he talks about that we are always living in the past. The way that our minds work, we're looking at the things that have happened to us, and unless we get deliberate and intentional about creating the kinds of lives that we want to live, unless we actually tell ourselves the kinds of stories of the things that we want to experience, we're just going to keep looking at the experiences and the evidences of the past that shows that stuff will probably repeat, and then it does. So in this amazing book where he's talking about how to really get over ourselves and get the things that we want, he helps us to look at how to intentionally create that. And so often that starts with a morning routine. He recommends meditation. Anyway, I'm going to share with you five steps, 5 key ingredients that you can have in a checklist so that you can create the kind of life that you really want to live. Now, the first one is to journal dump. This comes up over and over and over again. That one of the first things you do after a wonderful sleep where your subconscious is taken over, a lot of times your subconscious is working on those problems that your conscious mind was working on before you went to sleep. And a lot of times you can find great answers that you have already discovered unconsciously while you slept. So, when you first get up, one of the things that you can do is to journal dump. Just spend time as quickly, not editing, not writing it for anybody else but yourself, but just dumping all the things that come fresh off of your mind. These are thoughts that have come from your subconscious, and when they drop out, there's a lot of gems in there, a lot of great insights. Well, I can't tell you how many insights, how many, important pivots I've found in my life from journal dumping. So anyway, that's the first one. Again, you can Google it. You can find out how many entrepreneurs journal dump when they first get up. The second one is to pray or meditate. Both of these are so effective, so helpful for you to become intentional and deliberate about your mindset. One of the things that I like to do is I like to set an intention each day. And through prayer and through meditation, I'm really able to focus on what that intention is, what I would really like to create in my life that day. It's a lot easier to create that. And also, a lot of times And think about how often you do this. Within the first 15 minutes of waking up, you jump to your cell phone, your smartphone, and you're starting to look at the emails that have come in, or maybe you're looking at Facebook or Twitter and you're seeing how many likes you got or didn't get, and immediately you start living reactionary lives. But instead, if you can be deliberate and intentional and start out with prayer or meditation, again, that's going to put you in the driver's seat of your life rather than reacting to all the things that are happening or will happen that day. Okay, number 3, and you're going to hate me for this, but it's to take a cold shower. Now, I know it sounds horrible, and it feels horrible. It is a challenge to do. It is hard to do, but the benefits far outweigh any discomfort that you can have. So I took this challenge and did it, I did it in January. It was a really difficult cold month to do a cold shower challenge. But what it does is it trains yourself. See, your subconscious mind is always trying to get you to stay comfortable, even when you are uncomfortable with your current situation. Even when you don't like the kind of life that you're having right now, it seems that the discomfort of the unknown is harder to take. But if you can train your mind to recognize that when you hop in that shower, you're only going to feel pain for the first 5 or 10 seconds, and after that you're going to get through it, you're going to live through it, you're going to be okay, and actually you get invigorated when you do it. When you train your mind to recognize that you are in control and that what you want is just on the other side of discomfort, you're going to realize that so often discomfort comes up and you can blast through it. And it's not always physical, sometimes, and actually generally, it's emotional discomfort that you want to get through. But if you can train your mind through a cold shower, you can blast through that. I know it sounds horrible, and you don't have to do it every single day, but you can pull that idea, that exercise in for a checklist for you to get the kind of life you want to live. Now, step number 4, or checklist number 4, is to do a gratitude list. Oprah Winfrey is a big fan of this. She writes in a gratitude journal every day. A lot of Richard Branson, I believe, also very big on gratitude journals. These people recognize that abundance isn't how much you have, it's how much you appreciate. It's how much you recognize that you have. So if you start out each day with 5 things that you're truly grateful for, and I like to write those out, like, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then list what comes after, what comes to my mind. But I train myself to look for the positive even in negative situations. And a lot of times things are going on in life that I really don't want to have happen. But when I focus on the good part of it, when I can be grateful for the lesson I'm learning, for the person I'm becoming, for the character traits that are coming out, I'm able to enjoy the gratitude, which then just boosts my happiness levels. I hope that makes sense. I hope you can translate that to where you're at and what you need in your life. But gratitude, huge, step number 4. And then 5, daily declarations. Now, these are affirmations. I like to call them declarations of truth because even though they haven't totally happened in my life yet, I believe they're going to happen. And they're even partially true right now. But as I say these declarations, and as you do them, as you go through what it is you truly want to have in your life, who you want to be, what you want your character to be like, you can totally do that. These are 5 things that come up over and over again. Now, I will share with you before I jump out, I have put this into a free planner that you can get. It's in a notepad kind of thing, so it's really easy to have a checklist, blast through it, see what you're going to do today, feel accomplished right at the get-go because you've already set an intention. You've already, started a few things that are on your list. It's a wonderful way to be intentional and deliberate and to be in charge of your life so that you're the driver and not just in the back seat as a passenger. So anyway, hopefully this helps you get a few ideas on what you can do to live intentionally and deliberately and have a morning routine that will help you be the kind of person you want to be. What can you add? Now, are you ready to join the conversation? Are you willing to add your voice, your thoughts, your ideas, your impressions? If so, add them in the comment section below. We need your voice. Now, if you have been inspired to take action, don't let an impression slip by. Train yourself to listen to and follow your inner voice. Of course, the best place to take action is at scottwilhite.com, because if you join me for a free web class, you will receive a copy of my Purpose Planner, the tool you've been missing that will help you uncover your purpose. You can totally do this. Your roots produce your fruits. Choose your beliefs and pick your identity. It is choice, not chance, that determines your reality. See you next time.